Jose Mourinho and his men took the short trip to the London Stadium to face David Moyes and West Ham in a London derby. Janusz, Michallik, some probably still would have picked Jose Mourinho and Spurs to win this one, but in the end, it's West Ham that came out 2-1 winners. We have been talking about Jose and the issues that we have been seeing at Spurs, Janusz. So is this one just not too surprising to you?
No, it isn't, especially when you concede goals like that early in the first half, with Mikel Antonio. I mean, it was almost too easy, right? Two bites of the cherry there. And then right after halftime, of course, another goal like that. So all that we, discipline that we talked about Jose Mourinho in the past, the defensive structure goes out the window. And that happens very, very often, right? He often tells us that he's in control of matches, or his team is in control of the matches. And very often that's quite frankly not true, right? Not to mention the fact that the team is playing totally different, not as well as they did against Pochettino. Now, by the way, in the second half, they weren't bad. But again, you have to look at that and say to yourselves, it's 2-0 down. You'd expect a team that has Harry Kane and Son and, some of the other quality players to play a little bit better. At the end of the day, it's a loss. I don't care how much control he has or not. So you look at a Spurs team that not long ago was top of the Premier League, right? And has declined massively. And now who do you put that on? I mean, you have to look at a manager and say to yourself, is there magic still left? Or is the manager in decline as well? And I know this is a topic that we often talk when they're on a bad run, but we see more of that over and over and over again. And the only reason I don't say it, yeah, it's over, Jose Mourinho is never going to win it again, because of the respect that I give him for what he's done in the past. But, how long do we stick with that, Alexis, right? I mean, there's been so many signs at Manchester United and even now at Spurs where you say to yourself, does he still have it in him?
That's a question that's definitely already starting to be asked right here over in the UK. But another interesting point as well, too. I mean, you think to Everton's brilliant win in the Merseyside derby against Liverpool just this weekend, and Carlo Ancelotti was very hesitant to say that they are aiming for top four, and thinking, even though Everton are currently ahead of Spurs, looking at Spurs, you assume that's still their ambitions. But Janusz, is top four just too much out of their reach now?
Yeah, it's too big of an ask, unless, of course, it happens through Europa League, which, by the way, I thought they were going to build on that win against Wolfsberger, right? 4-1 away from home. I think they played positively. Gareth Bale looked good, obviously scored a goal and had an assist. And he looked actually pretty good in the second half when he came in. That little bit of a half volley against the crossbar and a couple other contributions tells me that, maybe there's still hope. I don't know if this is an isolated game or two. Be nice to see him play well, because I still think he has that quality. But does he have that quality to play for 90 minutes, or does he even have a quality to play 2 or 3 games in a row? But I think the issues are deeper. Heung-min Son non-existent today. Harry Kane fought, of course, but I just think you look at defensively and you say to yourself, when you see the first goal, it wasn't good, was it? Eric Dyer not looking good, and Tanganga seemed to me like he paid the price, or the wrath of Jose Mourinho, of course, because he was removed at halftime. And I can only imagine it was because of that first goal, because after that, he wasn't worse than many players on that pitch. So Reguilon, the only bright spot, he's back and he looked the part. Other than that, it's a loss. No matter how you slice it, it's a massive loss to, by the way, a West Ham that is having an incredible season. That's the real.
I was going to say.
Not Jose Mourinho and Spurs, really.
I know we tend to talk about exactly what goes wrong with Jose Mourinho and Spurs in these kind of matchups, but we surely have to give credit to David Moyes and what he's doing at West Ham. And people like even Jesse Lingard, that's come back and seems to have breathed new life into this team, right? West Ham, look at them in top 4. Can they start aiming for that as well?
It is an incredible story. And, if they're ever going to do it, now is the time. Because as much as I am happy for David Moyes, I don't know if he can replicate that again. I truly do. I think, because the expectations are so high, if there were fans in the stadium, or if they come back, say West Ham finishes on a high note, wherever that may be, West Ham supporters will want more. And to be honest with you, I don't know if David Moyes can give you more. I think he's doing wonders with this squad, even if they strengthen. I just think that there's always that pragmatic side. And I think when it comes to those highest trophies or being up there, I just don't know if that magic could be there with David Moyes next season. So I hope he takes full advantage of what's happening there. He's got a steady squad. You've mentioned Lingard's been tremendous. I think he had brace on his debut against Villa, if memory serves right. He's been good in between. And by the way, Lingard was good for Jose Mourinho at Manchester United too. I remember. So look, it's a great story for West Ham, and I really think but I hope that they finish this somehow in the top four. I don't know if that's possible, but I just don't know if David Moyes can make this team much, much better.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.